They're sweethearts, they're nice people, they're just genuine, good people.
We're going to speak to Trevor and Graham, two skateboarders here at Ashbridges Skate Park. So, guys, what are some of the negative stereotypes you've heard associated with skateboarding?
That we're punks. We're bad. We do bad things, which is not true.
How does this compare to the reality of skateboarding?
Skateboarders are pretty creative people. They like to do things their own way. They're just out there enjoying life and just doing what they love. They're doing what they love.
Would you guess that maybe this skate park, Ashbridges Bay Skate Park, has maybe had a positive influence on the community, positive or negative?
Yes, entirely so. I mean, it doesn't smell great down here, but the skateboarders don't really care because they get to see their buddies every day after school. They get to talk with people that they've never met before, and I don't know. It's great. It's great for the kids.
The big question here, guys, obviously is why do you skateboard if there's so many negative stereotypes associated with it?
Because it's unique, it's hard, it's challenging, something new every day. Skateboarding has changed my life. It is a positive thing.
All right, thank you, guys. Our day with Joel was coming to an end, so finally we stopped by one of Joel's favorite places to hang out.
Hey guys, we're here at the bait shop and we're ending off the day, but thanks for talking to me and my friends about what we think skateboarding really is.
My day with Joel was very informative. I learned that, as with any stereotypes, the ones associated with skateboarding are to be taken with a grain of salt. Thanks for watching. I'm Keaton Evans for The Journal.
Thanks, Kitten, for that city-spanning report. Finally, on today's show, Alex Smith goes to the Trenton Air Force Museum so that he can come back with information on the restoration of older aircrafts and the problems that they face at the museum. Exploring our aviation history, here's Alex.
The National Air Force Museum of Canada at CFB Trenton, home to a large collection of Canada's aviation and Air Force history. The years have caught up to some of the planes, such as the CP-107 Argus, once a sub-hunter during Cold War times, now withered by time and nested by birds. Or this rusted anti-aircraft piece. The museum is fighting to restore such pieces to their former glory. A restoration program has taken shape. I next talked to a volunteer who helped save the last Hanley Page Halifax from a watery grave.
My name is John Dogger, and I started working here at the museum in 1998. During the war, I had seen some planes crashed, and other than that, I was not very interested in that until my retirement, when they asked for volunteers and to restore, in this case, the Halifax.
But how long ago did this all begin?
In earnest, in 1996, I would say. We got the bits and pieces from Norway delivered in, I think, September, October 1995. There were 4 Hercules aircraft full of bits and pieces, and so we then had to first construct the workshop behind me, and then in 1996, as I said, we could start in earnest. This particular aircraft was used for a special operations executive in that it was top secret service, and was meant and used for delivering goods to, in this case, the Norwegian resistance fighters and as such it delivered 13 containers and 2 boxes, I believe.
I then asked John how the average Canadian can get involved at the museum and how he felt the museum could garner more interest.
I would suggest to discuss that with the curator of the museum and see what is available and what that person can do. I would say to bring the musea in general to the more to the public by advertising and promoting what we have on display.
It's clear that the museum is doing its part to preserve a piece of Canadian history, but we the Canadian people need to help them. Restoring our past accomplishments can only lead to further successes for Canada. On this Remembrance Day, let us remember our Canadian veterans and the vehicles they used to fight tyranny and bring freedom to the world.
Thanks, Alex. That was the Trenton Air Force Museum. And now live on the show, we have Amateur, a talented musician playing his new single, Call Me. Amateur, please take it away.
If I were an object, if I had to choose a telephone so I could call you, and swallow my pride to tell you tonight I'm trapped inside this machine. Now I know you. Now I know you'll call. Now I know you. Now I know you'll call. Now I know you. Now I know you'll call. Thank you.
Thank you, Amateur.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
I loved it. Check him out on YouTube. Well, we've reached the end of our show, and we hope that all of you viewing enjoyed our efforts. What did you think about the show, Jake?
Casey, I thought today's show was just fantastic, but I've got good news for everyone out there because we've got 5 more shows coming according to the teleprompter.
Stay tuned next week where, amongst other stories we're working on, we have the Student's Guide to Cooking, Fast Healthy Foods Under $10, Dawson's Medal, Volcom Stone, and Dodging Zombies at the Toronto Zombie Walk.
And be sure to check out our fantastic blog at www.thejournalccc.tumblr.com. For all that, I'm Jake Mednick.
And I'm Casey Zhao. Good night.
Good night.